Greetings! So here I've got an Orc Commando kill team, which I've styled more towards Khorne. So lots of skulls and horns and spiky bits, and yeah, you can get the gist. So I'm just basically gonna go through each of the miniatures and show what I've quickly done just to make them look that bit more Khorne-esque. This Commando boy's mask, I literally cut the top portion off and then cut a corresponding piece of skull and slot it in. I've added, Chaos Barrel, a nice spike which I drilled in, drill and pin, just added the odd skull obviously, also gave him a Khorne axe. Commando Daka boy, skull for a face, why not? I did have to pack in a bit of green stuff just to fill in the gaps, so just pushing it in, filling it all up. Other than that, it's just lining up all the skulls and adding that extra spike on the top. Gotta love these skull sprues, there's so many skulls. So, just grabbing them and just sticking them on little parts of the belt strap around their arms and stuff like that. And also across the top there. Next we have got the comms boy, who is a very happy chappy. We cut the bottom half off his face and added a nice big smiley skull face. Happy. Obviously we added more skulls and spikes, skulls. Spikes, I literally just used a bigger drill bit and just pushed the actual spike stem in itself by itself rather than just going ahead and pinning everything. Happy chappy. Next is the Commando Grot. Well, we just use a Bloodletter's head just to nick a couple of those nice horns and just slotted them on either side. Next is the Commando Knob, and the power claw is actually been upgraded with some warp talon bits to make it look extra Khorne-esque. Skull for a face, gotta keep the cap. Added a bloodletter tongue. Chaos barrel on the pistol. Extra skulls. So yeah, I literally cut off the tongue from a bloodletter. There's enough room just to slide the tongue through the opening in the mouth. The Breacher Boy. Cut his helm diagonally, stuck a skull in there, put a ram skull on the front, demon skull on his back, skull here, skull there. Pretty easy one, that one. The squig, my Khorne squid that looks like Dodge apparently. Yep. So we went for a bloodletter skull, the one with the nice big thicker horns, and yeah, we just pinned them on. Really suited him, to be honest. Next is the Sniper Boy. Now this one, I thought the gun looked too machine gun-esque for my liking, so I wanted to put a nice big barrel on this one. So I'm chopping the old barrel off. I'm measuring this particular brass rod I had, which is practically 3mm, using the appropriate drill bit and just drilling it all out. Cutting the tube, sticking the tube in, now making a muzzle brake. So I'm going to drill that pilot hole in first, and then once I've done that, I start using the same drill bit as before, 3mm, and I just literally slowly, even though this is speeded up, slowly go through the resin from this leftover forge wheel kit. And then just cut them at a slight angle, only ever so slight. Putting the sight and everything on now. Khorne symbol on the front. Gun is done. Oh yeah, I removed the skull from the top of it, the scope, because it was actually covering the face. So the next is the Burner Boy. Other than all the skulls and everything, the banner on this particular one is from the Bloodletter kit. So I just cut the bottom part off it and just drilled a hole for the stem and just stuck it on. It was easy stuff, really. Another Commando Boy. This guy, well, I cut the back half of the head off and stuck the back half of the Khorne helmet on to this Commando's helmet. So we've got those nice little horns on there. Well, can they call them horns? So with that on and all the rest of it, it's just a cornet axe, a couple of skulls, and a chaos barrel. You know, the blades you can pick up from a lot of the old kits you can get for Age of Sigmar, kind of like fantasy kind of things, and I just went down that road, just pinned it in. Next is the Rocket Boy. I kind of liked the helmet as it was, so I left it on this one. Went and put a load of skulls on this one though. Load of skulls. So I'm just playing around with trying to stack them on the back of him. Making use of any the pockets and stuff that are on the arms. I cut them off and stuck skulls on them. Nice crude skull on the top there for extra measure. And last but not least, the Slasher Boy, who I used Warp Talon claws, and I kept the hands of the knives on. So I cut off a little chunk in between the wrist and the elbow so I could get that claw in, and after that I just stuck the hand in. It was quite nice fitting actually, because there was a groove in there ready for a hand. So other than that, see extra knife that goes on it, a couple of extra skulls. And as for the knife, well, that fit easy enough after you just cut the bottom teeth off, put this knife in, and just all done. All in all, these were just a fun army just to chuck together. We had the team just knocking around. I knew that I had to do some things different with them, so I always liked the story of Tuska going to that Khorne planet, so I decided to make Tuska's Boys. So even though my favorite is still Mr. Doge, the squig. And I hope you enjoyed them. Thanks for watching.